enough student to thrive, then another thing happened to me in life. I lost my grandparents. Another tough blow. Every summer in my life, I always went to Arkansas, spent my summers with my grandparents. I always would watch wrestling with my grandma, went fishing with my grandpa, played in the woods. A routine that I've always done for a long time was taken away from me. How do you deal with it? How do you think you deal with that kind of loss? How do you deal with that kind of that adversity that you have when you're used to doing something, used to always having something or seeing someone that you love, and then they're gone? Any suggestions? Let me hear you. You have to move on. Can you move on in a respectful way? Yeah. Absolutely, right? How would you move on? Absolutely. How would you move on? Not today. Man, you picked up on it so fast. That kid that lost his grandma and grandpa, I did exactly what you guys said. I remember that. Good times with my parents. I remember good times of knowing that they knew what I wanted to accomplish in life. They knew that the job wasn't done, but I knew that ultimately all those quiet times with fishing with grandpa at 5 in the morning, going out at least at 5 in the morning. Watching wrestling with my grandmother, she didn't want to believe that it was not, I won't tell you the secret, if you believe it. Those things, all of a sudden, I felt that my grandma and grandpa all of a sudden was with me no matter where I went. I could hear them talking to me about keep going, keep striving for more, keep looking ahead, have a better life for yourself. Always, always fight for yourself and others. See, the game of football allows you to play out life a little bit. We talked about those adversities at 7 years old. Those were behind me. We started winning football games. We go to state championship. That kid started getting recruited by the likeness of Coach Solich in the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Right? That kid right there, that guy. Not this guy, that guy. Go to the state game, and guess what happens? We lose. What a blow. You work all this way up. From 7 years old, never winning a game, finally get to high school, and in a moment of my life at that time, and I think that I'm going to win a state championship, going to get a little bling bling on my finger, and we lose. Not only did we lose, I didn't have a good game. Looked in the mirror and I said, what did I say to myself? Not today. Not today. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I'm going to get back, get in the weight room, study the film, put in the work when nobody's watching. You put in the work when nobody's watching because you owe that to yourself. Hard work and dedication are two things I live by consistently. I love you. Hard work and dedication. Getting back to it. Another big letdown. Adversity hits again. Like I mentioned, just because we lose the state game, I still have a lot of college scouts looking at me. Teachers are watching me. Teammates don't know what to say. They're in disbelief. We're thinking we're the best thing that's coming through in the state of Nevada, and we lose. Everybody's watching how you're going to react to adversity. You square your shoulders, you put your head up, and you walk high. You walk with a sense of pride. The kid that was not a good student graduated with a 3.8 GPA. Had scholarships from all over the country. He decides to go to Oregon State University. Have an impeccable career as a college athlete with a team. Seemed to have nothing but valiant peace. those valiant peaks also come with temptation. Those temptation to want to go out and hang out, want to be the cool kid, don't want to take responsibility for doing your homework. All those things come and go. He said no. He said, not today. I don't want to hang out. I want to do my homework. I want to watch extra film with Coach. I want to lift weights. Because he understood that he had something greater to achieve in his life. 2004, like Mr. Goins said, the very thing that 10-year-old kid talked about in that poem, I am an NFL running back, actually came true. What do you do? What do you do when your dream comes true? Do you give up?
No.
Do you stop working?
No.
What would you do if your dream comes true? You got to figure it out. Come up here and talk with me. Yes. What was that? A Nebraska State or a Texas State? I knew that answer. Yes. You enjoy the accomplishment that you achieved. What I was not ready for, that level of success, that when you finally get to something that you think is your ultimate goal and you realize that the job is not done. The job is not done just because you achieved the goal. You get to the top of the mountain and you feel like, I've achieved everything I want, let's go back down the mountain. What I realized, when you get to the top of the mountain, there's another mountain to climb. You ever reach a goal and feel like that was it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling, is it?
No.
You feel, you pat yourself on the back, you're like, why did I set the bar so low? Why did I set the bar so low? Get to the NFL, start playing for the St. Louis Rams. It's a job that you got to compete at a high level. Not only did I have to compete against other great athletes in the NFL, but the guy that was the starting running back was a future Hall of Famer named Marshall Faulk. He was kind of like that. I don't know who he would be like in today's game, but he was really good. Really, really good. But my job was to go out and compete against him to try to take his job. And how do you do that? Do you think you would antagonize a relationship, or do you think you kind of try to learn from that person that's already done what you want to do? You want to learn, right? Some people take the other approach, and I don't suggest that you do that, but some people do. When I meet this gentleman, shake his hand, I'm a little taller, a little bigger than him. I'm looking kind of down at him. Say, hi, Mr. Faulk. I'm a young kid that looked up to you, but I'm also a young kid here to push you, and I hope you push me too. See, what I began to do is I tried to form a relationship with Mr. Faulk. I started asking him a lot of questions about how do you do this, how do you do that? And even in those questions, sometimes you just got to experience it on your own. Adversity hits, I go to practice, I make a mistake, beat myself up, repeat, same thing happens. Eventually the mistakes become less, started playing at a higher level. All of a sudden 2 years go by, 1 year goes by and I'm the starting running back of the St. Louis Rams. See, time flies when you continue to work at your craft, you work at things that you want to do. You set the bar higher and higher for yourself and you continue to climb the mountain of success. You realize that when you're climbing, you're trying to bring everybody along with you. Fast forward in the story, St. Louis Rams become worse and worse throughout the years. Went through a 3-year stretch where I won 6 games. 16-game seasons. I only won 6 games in 3 years. Went from 3-13. Very next year, 2-14. Very next year, guess what happens? 1-15. Little did I know I was going to have to call back on a young guy when he was 7 years old that lost all the games when he first played a game that he loves. Now all of a sudden he's on the big stage I had never been there before, I thought. In the locker room crying, how can I change it? How can I motivate my teammates to be better? How can I get better? What do I need to do more? What do I need to do less? You start asking all these questions, right? It's like you take a test at school, and you look at the result, and you're like, man, I knew that. I missed out on that question that I've been studying all semester, and I missed it. How did I mess that up? You start doubting yourself, right? Well, in those doubts, I remember not today. Not today. Not today. I'm not going to carry that burden. I'm not going to carry that guilt on myself saying that I'm not good enough anymore. That 7-year-old reminded me 20 years later that we've been here before and we know how to get through it. We continue to work when nobody's watching. You saw that ice bath in that video? Did you see what time of day it was in the corner? 1:57 a.m. 2 a.m. in the morning. That guy's already working on getting ready for the next game, getting ready for the next practice, getting ready to show up with no excuse. Just put on my hard hat and bring my lunch pail, ready to work, ready to motivate not only myself, but my teammates and whoever else needed it. Because when bad things start to happen around you, you'd be amazed at how the atmosphere around your teammates start to change, and coaching sometimes. People are saying, forget it, let's wait on next year. But the National Football League is only it's only an average 3-year career. 3 years. That's it. I can't wait on next year. I gotta be ready for now. I gotta be ready to prepare for now. I want to win now. Who wants to win in life? How do you win? How do you win? How do you win now? Well, not today. We need today. We need today. Yeah. Absolutely. How do you build your confidence? You guys have got it down today. You're going to make a t-shirt with this, not today. Yes. How else can you build your confidence? Anybody else? Yes, in the back. Work hard. Yes, yes. Push yourself. All great things, yes. In the very, very back, yes. Don't give up. That's a great one. I live by that one still. Yes. Young man, yes. Dream big. That's a great one. FBI, yes. Try new things. Very good point. Yes, in the hoodie. Yes. Martial Lunch beast moded, huh? Just run through every obstacle in your way. Mentally and physically, right? Yes. Yes. Reach for the top of the ladder and go one more row. I like that. I'm going to adopt that. Can I adopt that one from you? Yes. Yes.
You made it this far. Why can't you go farther?
Yes. I like that one. Yes. Don't stop believing. All those things are great. When you're 1-15, you won 6 games in 3 years. You really can't do anything else but keep going. 1 foot ahead of you, 1 step at a time. Things eventually start to get a little better for this guy. That NFL guy, that young man that has only seen adversity, only had experienced letdown, things get a little bit smoother. The road starts to smooth out. It's not as rocky. Then something happens called free agency in football. And where he's been for 9 years, losing, putting in all the dedication and work, he's uprooted and he's moved to Atlanta, Georgia, to play for Atlanta Falcons. Anybody had an abrupt move ever in life? You ever move with your family somewhere new and then you the new kid? It's not fun.
No, it ain't.
It ain't fun at all. No. You got like your knees are knocking, you're like, oh my God, I don't know anybody. Who I'm going to sit next to in class? Who I'm going to eat with at lunch? These are big pressure things, right?
No.
It's even like that in the NFL. Even like that for a superstar, for everybody. Yeah, because you're new, right? It's the unknown. We're afraid of the unknown. But you can't become mentally paralyzed because you're afraid of the unknown. You guys at Boy Scouts know that, right? Mm-hmm. The wilderness, right?
Yeah.
You got to be comfortable in an uncomfortable setting sometimes. Yes? Oh, man, give me some of that. Say that one more time for me.
Don't sit at the edge
Go win. I like that as well. So we go win, right? We get to Atlanta. All of a sudden, we're Super Bowl favorites. Guess what happens again?
You lose.
Oh my goodness. This story's getting repetitive on the losing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to keep going. Can't look back. Everyone is expecting you to play at a high level. Not only coaches, but fans. This guy, you guys, all are going to come across adversity in your life. Change is going to happen unexpectedly. You get only one chance to play this game called life, and I encourage you, don't ever give up on yourself, or in life, give up on what you want to pursue in life. Things just go bad in St. Louis, things get worse in Atlanta. Start contemplating giving up football as a profession altogether. Just ready for a new adventure. You get a bad phone call from my mom. She says, your dad has cancer. Yeah, right? The dreaded C word. See, me and my dad, I thought I was close with my grandma and grandpa, but my dad and I, we're like best friends. He's Big Steve, I'm Little Steve, can't even imagine. I'm bigger than him though, but I guess I'm younger, that's why they call me Little Steve. So my dad has cancer, right? And all the things that he would talk to me, instill in me, all the things I would tell myself, I had to start telling my dad. Because he started getting bad, he started getting down on himself. I had to tell my dad what? Not today. Right, you supposed to be ready for me. Not today. Not today. Not today, Dad. We're not giving up today. It is unfortunate. It's not something we want to deal with, but we can't turn our head. We can't put our head in the sand. We got to attack this thing. We got to attack this thing. We need to learn much about the cancer you have, and we need to go. We got to attack it in a proper way that is best for you to make sure that you can keep living and enjoying life. Well, while I'm giving this speech to my dad, and while I'm talking to him about encouraging him and not giving up, my phone rings, and it's a particular voice on the end of the phone that I recognize from interviews. I said, hello? Hello? Steven, this is Coach Belichick of the New England Patriots. Do you want to play some football in New England? You would think you'd just say yes right away, right?
Yeah.
It was a difficult decision for me because the man that I love needed me. He needed me. He needed me in a way that I couldn't physically do anything for him, but I was a presence of faith. I was a presence of keeping him fighting. But my dad said, you have to take it. You got to take this opportunity because you're only high school championship game you lost. St. Louis, bad years. Atlanta, huge letdown. Here's your one chance to finally possibly win a Super Bowl. So I said, okay, Coach, I'll be there. I get there from Las Vegas, Nevada, to a snowstorm. You guys are probably used to that here, but I'm not.
You know, it's just a snowstorm.
Just a snowstorm.
Nothing.
Yeah, just a snowstorm. It's a good snowstorm to fly into, right? At least you know you're getting ready to play for the New England Patriots. Arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Things are going good. Things are happening in the background. But remember, adversity will happen. It's about the positive attitudes. It's about dealing with those things. That season goes on. We get to the AFC Championship game, and we play somebody named the Denver Broncos, led by Peyton Manning. We get to that game, and I'm looking across the field. I said, it's either them or us that's going to win this game, and then they're going to go off to play the Super Bowl 50. But what I told myself, entering that game, you've had nothing but letdowns throughout your career in the big moments. regardless of what's going to come out of this situation, just know that you already made it. See, this mountain in the NFL has been a tough journey. It was a tough journey. 12 years. I played 4 times the average running back in the NFL. So I was getting a little long in the tooth. But I told myself, no matter what happens at the end of this game, see, this mountain, you're going to conquer, and you already conquered it. This mountain of achievement has already been done. Needless to say, you Bronco fans in the room, you guys win the game.
Cowboys.
When I walked off that field, I knew I was going to retire. I was ready to retire. I was ready to be alongside my dad in his time of need. I was ready to move on with my life. No, he's still living. He's doing really good. Thanks for asking. He's doing great. I was hoping he'd come here, but he didn't. You like football too? Really? See, when I thought my season and my career was over in the NFL, I accepted a new challenge in life, one that is more in line with you guys. I started spending more time in the wilderness. I feel comfortable there now. See, in the wilderness, you get to be just with yourself and your thoughts. You get to set new goals. You get to think about the things you've accomplished and the things you want to accomplish. So this past February, I took on a new challenge. I set my heights on a new goal. I hiked something called Kilimanjaro, the largest freestanding mountain in the world. And I did it with this young man over there in the corner. When we did this mountain, all those things that I've learned, I know I wasn't afraid of that. I know I wasn't afraid of failure anymore. Because every time I got to a big moment in life, I've always come out on the other side. I was never the one holding the trophy up. Yes?
That's what a pro is.
That's what a pro is. You continue to move forward, right? Right? Continue to move forward. So I moved forward to Africa. Say, I'm going to take on a new task, a new challenge. Football is not there anymore to give me that satisfaction of competing, so I'm going to compete against myself. I didn't know anything about hiking, really. Never really stayed more than one night in the tent. Now I'm going to do it for a week. I know how to pick my challenges, I tell you that. Yes. A little crazy. A little daredevils in me a little bit. But what I did tell myself as I prepared for this hike, as I started this hike, just put one foot in front of the other. Eventually the season, the scenery, temperature sometimes changes. So I started marching. 5.5 days later, 19,361 feet in the air, I accomplished a goal that I had never accomplished in my whole NFL career. I made it to the top. I was champion of Kilimanjaro at the moment. See, no matter whatever happens in your life, low self-esteem, not confident enough in your abilities, dealing with bullies, overcoming hardship of life, losing loved ones sometimes, not accomplishing what you thought you should accomplish in whatever career you choose. It never, ever is going to satisfy the most important thing, and that's being the best you. I encourage you all to look at each other, look at yourself in the mirror, and say that I'm going to be my brother's keeper. I'm going to make sure that that person is going to be the best version of themselves. I'm going to be the best person that I can be because I'm a leader. You can lead by example. You can lead by being very vocal. And my favorite is you can lead by being a servant sometimes, just lending a helping hand. At all the things I've accomplished in my NFL career, I was not prouder than myself. And when I conquered Mount Kilimanjaro, I put myself in the wilderness of a place I'd never been, never hiked. I barely know how to set a tent. You guys don't want to sleep in my tent. But I remember, I just continue to put one foot forward like I always have. That guy that was lifting weights, 81, 82, ended up getting the 90-some reps in that video. All the things that I had put in on that video and a small glimpse of my NFL career took me to 2 new heights in my life that I never thought I'd be at. And I realized something. I realized you'll never ever be satisfied with what you accomplish. You'll only be happy with the person that you, when you look in the mirror and know that you've given your all the time. So I encourage you all to give everything you have, with every bit of ounce of fiber in your life, every muscle, keep pushing forward, okay guys? That's the big idea here. Make sure we got each other's back. Okie dokie. That's why it's called the big idea. Are you a Cal Berkeley fan? Are you a Cal Berkeley fan? Oh, okay. I just want you guys to know that it is always going to be adversity that comes and goes. But this tight-knit circle you guys have here as Boy Scouts, and as you move along in life, you're going to have each other, man. It's not about the trophies you raise. It's about the memories you make. All right? Thank you. Thank you.